Hello, hello. This is Albi all the way from Fort Worth, Texas, coming to you live. It's been a while. I haven't able to do live about some of the financial stuff that I used to share usually. So tonight I'm going to share about the secret fund. I call it secret fund, and there is a reason. Okay, I want to talk about the secret fund, which provide more benefit than traditional 529 college saving plan. Now this Facebook live is for those people who are going to be parents or who are already a parent and raising their kids and worried about their college education fund, or you are thinking to plan about their college education fund, right? So this live is all about how you can do things right financially to make sure you have a good college funding for your kids or grandkids, or if you're not even married or if you don't have even kids, you can know these things ahead of time so that you can plan for it, right? You see, planning is very crucial when it comes to finance, especially for those people who have very limited financial resources. Planning plays a very vital role in terms of executing things financially in right way and maximizing the way you do things with limited finances that you have, right? So tonight is going to be all about that secret fund, how it provide more benefit than your traditional 529 college savings plan for your kids education. Many people, they think that, oh, I don't have kids, I don't have to worry about this, or I don't have to know about this. Many parents also thinks that, oh, my kids are very young, I don't have to worry about their college funding right now. But you see, the moment you think that you're not yet in that position to think about this college funding, remember, the time slips so fast, and at the end of the day you will find yourself that, oh my god, shoot, I totally miscalculated time, or I totally overlooked this thing. So before you realize and feel sorry about situations that you could handle way better if you could take action or learn about this, it's time for you to get these things in place, right? So let me share some of the things about the secret fund that I call it, I would like to call it a secret fund, and how it provides way more benefit than traditional 529 college saving plan. But before I do that, as usual, I just wanted to make sure my live is live, right? Because uh, sometimes things happens, and my live is not really live, right? So okay, let me make sure it is working. I have audio and video. Okay, looks like everything is cool. All right, awesome. Let me put my phone right here. Okay, so let's talk about traditional 529 college saving plan. So you are a parent, or you are grandparents, it does not matter, you're thinking about funding for your kids education or grandkids education, and you want to do it right, and you want to leverage your money as much as possible so that you could provide that college funding whenever is needed to your kids and your grandkids. Now, when we talk about college funding, there are lots of things, small details that you need to pay good attention so that you can do things right. I am preparing about my blog post about this, and hopefully by the end of this week, I should be, by the end of this weekend, I should be able to post that blog post, how you can pay little details on in terms of doing things right when it comes to college, your kids college funding, right? But today, especially, let's talk about how traditional 529 plan works, and how the secret fund that I am trying to share with you can provide more benefit than a traditional 529 college plan. Again, this video is not intended to advise you in terms of what you can do and what you cannot do with your finance. This is absolutely for educational purpose. To handle your finances in right place, you need to get to a licensed financial professional and get a customized advice or customized recommendation when you do things when it comes to finance. But again, this is kind of like a regular disclaimer. What I'm trying to share with you will make a lot of sense, and it will provide a wider view in terms of funding, your kids' education in right way. All right. So let's get started with what are the benefits that you get when you open up 529 college saving plan for your kids' education or grandkids' education. You see, 529 college saving plan is a traditional way to start funding funding your kids education, right? Or building up that funding for your kids education. And number one benefit when it comes to 529 college saving plan is it is tax deferred account. That means whatever the money that you put in that account, you don't have to pay tax right away, right? So that's number one advantage, but it comes with a catch, right? That's the main advantage that you get with 529 college saving plan. Another advantage is you don't have to actively manage those accounts, right? Once you open up, you can set it up automatic payments and do a couple of things, and you can pretty much like set and forget, right? Which is also advantage, right? And another thing is, when it comes to college funding plan, if you compare with like traditional IRAs or other form of college saving plan that are readily available out there, college 529 college saving plan will allow you to put a little bit more money also, right? So you can fund more money in this account for your kids education. So that's number third benefits. But when you compare with the secret fund that I teach to my clients and people out there, how they can leverage the secret fund to get more benefit than their traditional 529 college saving plan for their kids' education, there are lots of different. For example, with 529 college saving plan, even though it's a tax deferred account, you need to understand that the fund that you collect and invest and grow should be invested in education purpose. If your kids does not if your kids decide not to continue their education and go to different route, now in that situation you will be in a kind of like a very very you'll be in a difficult situation, because you saved that money in 529 college saving plan, but your kids does not want to continue their education. So what do? You might have only option to withdraw that money or take that money and use it for different things, right? And if you do that, you need to understand this. Since you got a tax deferred benefit there, and it's a 529 college saving plan, you need to pay tax. On top of that, you need to pay penalties, right? 10% penalties. So that's how it works. That means pretty much when you go with 529 college saving plan for your kids education, you need to understand this, that oh, by the way, let me share this really quick in my so that more people can watch it. Sorry about this. Okay. All right. So you need to understand that you need to spend that money for college education. If you don't do that, you will hit by tax, you will hit by 10% penalty on the money, right? And pretty much lose 30-40% of that fund into penalty and taxes. Another thing is, depending upon what kind of investment portfolio you choose inside 529 college saving plan, you can also lose money. Of course, you can gain money, but you can also lose money. There is some risk. And again, depending upon what kind of account you set up, you might lose some money in management, right? Management fees, right? So those are disadvantages. Out of all those, the most disadvantageous thing is, it does not allow you that flexibility to use that fund if you decide not to use it for education purpose. You cannot have that option, right? If you decide to do that, you will be hit by penalty and taxes, right? As comparing to traditional 529 college saving plan, if you go with the secret fund that I teach to my clients, and the people who ask me the best way to fund their kids college education, right? I always tell them the benefits of secret fund, that I refer to call it secret fund, right? Over 529 college saving plan. Why? Because there are financial solutions out there which will allow you to have a growth in your money, but at the same time you'll have safety in it. You don't have to worry about losing any money, and you get tax advantage, right? It's not tax deferred. If you do it in right way, you get completely tax advantage. Now, what is the difference between tax advantage and tax deferred? Now, let's talk about tax deferred account. Tax deferred account is pretty much you are avoiding tax for now. You're just delaying tax. That's called tax deferred, right? Tax deferred account. But when it comes to tax advantage accounts are those accounts where you can legally and ethically avoid tax if you do things right, because there are some loopholes that you can use legally and ethically and completely avoid tax, right? Now, if you understood the difference between tax deferred account and tax advantage account, which account would you choose? Tax advantaged or tax deferred? Of course, tax advantaged, right? Because tax deferred, you're just delaying tax for now, right? You have to pay tax anyways later. So, in a nutshell, the secret fund that I teach to my clients, and people who ask some ideas about funding their kids college education is, here with this secret fund you can get tax advantage, right? You can get tax advantage legally and ethically. On top of that, this secret fund also provide full financial protection. If something would happen to you, and in the process of funding this account, this secret fund, right, in the process of funding it, if the funding is not yet there and something would happen to you, you die or you become disabled, you will have a complete protection, so that your kids can still continue their education with that protection money. So if you look at strong investment, like if you look at four cornerstones for strong investment, what are the four cornerstone of strong investment? Number one, growth. Number two, safety. Number three, tax advantage. And number four is protection. These are the four strong cornerstone for these are the four cornerstone for a strong investment. And when it comes to investing for your kids education and doing this thing right, you might need to look and get a little bit more knowledge about this secret fund, which provide way more benefit than the traditional 529 college saving plan, right? And again, unlike 529 college saving plan, if your kids decide to go different route and they said, mom and dad, I don't want to continue my college, I want to be an actor, or I want to be artist, or whatever they want, right? If you have that fund in this secret fund that I teach people, you don't have to worry about getting slammed by 10% penalty and getting taxed on whatever the money you have been accumulating for your kids college education, because this is different kind of account. This is different financial vehicle where you don't play with the rules that you usually have to play if you would have 529 college saving plan. So parents out there, couples out there, grandparents out there, if you are someone who are thinking about starting 529 college saving plan, or if you are working on it, you need to think about this. I'm absolutely not telling you that 529 college saving plan is bad, but what I'm saying is there are financial solutions out there which provide way more benefits than traditional 529 college saving plan, with all four cornerstones for strong investment like growth, safety, tax advantages, and protection. And you don't have to go through 10% penalty and tax if your kids decide to go different route and not if they decide not to pursue their higher education, right? So that's the thing that I want to share with you. If you are someone else who want to learn more about the best way to start funding for your kids college education right now, hit me a direct message. Let me know. I would be happy to share some of the insights that I have learned in last 8-10 years of my careers in financial services industry, which might be really really helpful to you. You see, a small information can completely change the way you do things financially. There is a reason why rich are richer and poor are getting poorer. And the difference is just lack of that knowledge, right? Just lack of that knowledge, and little bit lack of taking action, right? Rich people always look for knowledge and they take action, right? Poor people, they always don't pay good attention to those little details and knowledge, and even if they do, they often don't take any action, right? So here is the difference, right? Rich people don't get rich by accident, right? And poor people just don't get poor by accident also, right? There is a reason. And if you are someone else who want to better your finances, who want to provide better education, better life to your kids, these are the things that you need to understand. These are the things that makes a huge impact in generations to come, right? Once again, my name is lbsubba from Fort Worth, Texas. I am a very proud financial professional, always focusing in educating people about finances so that they can have a positive, so that I can have a positive impact in their financial future. And if you are somebody else who need that kind of financial support, financial education, hit me up, right? I'm here to provide you whatever the knowledge I have accumulated so far. And if in case it makes sense to you, I'm here to help you with various financial solutions that I'm capable to provide to you. With that, once again, thank you so much for listening to me. If you think this Facebook Live and YouTube Live is useful for others or your friends and families, I would appreciate if you can share it in your Facebook wall and with your friends and families too, right? With that, again, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay open-minded. I'll come to you live again tomorrow. Bye-bye.